I'm going to use labels because I think it best describes where I was from, really. So for 25 years, I was an alcoholic. Didn't just start, didn't just wake up one day and that was it, bang, you're an alcoholic. It became, to begin with, it was just, I'm enjoying this. It was partying, my teens and stuff like that, my 20s. And then it just became habit, which just got out of control. And then drugs. I was doing cocaine and speed like it was going out of fashion. But at my worst, I was doing 1.5 liters of vodka a day, 7 days a week. My liver was totally shot. I tried AA. I had a home detox, a week's home detox where they medicated me. Basically, I was pretty comatized through that. That only lasted 30 days because at the end of it, there was no support there. And ended up going back onto drink. Lost my marriage, lost my kids, lost everything, just didn't want to be here. Self-harmed for years. I've got countless scars on my body and stuff where I've stabbed myself as well. And then 2019, I just gave up completely. May 2019, I was at my mum's. I was actually back with the wife then. Long story that is, so I won't go into that. But May 2019, I was at my mum's, paralytic. And I thought, I can't deal with the voices in my head anymore. Because that's all it was a barrage of arguments, 24 hours a day. You're not going to drink today. Yeah, you are going to drink. You're not going to drink. And it was just constant. So I tried jumping onto the M1 motorway, paralytic. Not knowing there was a policeman standing behind me, Thomas. He was only a young lad. He saved me. He went to take me into custody, obviously. I managed to talk him out of that. So he took me back to my mum's, where we sat down for about an hour. I promised him I'd be all right. But I thought, how can I get out of this? I don't know what else to do. I've tried everything. So I went to see a hypnotherapist. And she didn't hypnotise me or anything. She literally put me on Sid's teachings. And it was literally like that. It was like somebody just switched the light switch and went, okay, you're all right now. And that was it. I just gave it all up. And it's just, just listening to what we were just talking about habit. It was so bloody easy. It really was. It wasn't hard. Everything else I've done for the last 25 years trying to get off drink and drugs was hard work. But I've always looked outside for the answer. Nobody's ever said to me, it's all inside. Everybody's always said, you've got to want to give it up. I've always wanted to give it up. I just didn't know how to. Until I started listening to Sid. And it's like, oh, okay. So when I get this thought, I don't have to actually listen. I know I always refer to him as the devil. My wisdom and the devil. So I don't have to actually listen to that devil, telling me you're going to drink. And it literally was that mind blowing. So much so, I'm writing a book on it just to try and help others because it's, it is simple. But for somebody who's been in addiction, my cocaine habit, I was probably doing the last 2 months, I suppose, before I tried committing suicide, I was probably doing, 500 quid a night, maybe, plus a drink. But it was just, I was trying my hardest to quieten the voices down. All it did was make things 100 times worse. But I literally would drink until I blacked out because that's the only time I ever got any silence. Not that I knew I was getting silence. It's just I literally couldn't remember anything. But literally the moment my consciousness started to wake up in the morning, that's when the voices started again. And I was like, I can't carry on like this. So that was it. I've got 2 beautiful kids. And that's why I thought, can't do it. So I sat there, wrote suicide notes and tried ending it. But thankfully, I was put onto Sid stuff. So here I am now. I think that silence also applies to my everyday life now, to my work life and that, because we've all got busy heads. You could be at work and somebody looks at you the wrong way or whatever, and you start making stories up and that. So I've got a lot of silence in my mind now because of that. I don't know, it all sort of rolls into one little snowball because I don't judge people or anything. Somebody looks at me funny, I'm like, okay, maybe they just look straight past me. There's so many aspects to it. It's not just the drink and that's it, I'm fine, I'm fixed sort of thing. Not at all. It's changed my whole life, literally my whole life. 567 days, I think I was sober. Yeah. But yeah, basically Christmas morning, woke up and there was no thought on it. It was just like, it's Christmas, I'm gonna have a drink. It wasn't the devil going, you got a drink, you got a drink. It was just like, I'm gonna have a drink. And that was it. But I drank 2 bottles of brandy, blacked out completely. And when I say blacked out, I don't mean passed out. I mean, you black out to the point where your memory doesn't take anything in. So you don't know what you're doing, what you're controlling or anything like that, which is something I'm trying to study more up on now to get a better understanding of that. Obviously, because I want to work in this field. But there was no thought on it. But the one thing, it was good. It wasn't good because I fell out of mum chair. But it was a good lesson because it's a reminder that I've still got an habitual mind. I've still got an addictional mind. So it's not a case of, oh, let's just have 1 pint. No. With me, it's all or nothing. And that will always be a part of me. But now I know I can share that with others. Is don't 2 years down the line think, oh, okay, I'm safe now. You won't be. You will crash big time like I did. But yeah, but that was it. I haven't thought about it since. Literally. Yeah, well, so much happened in that 500 odd days. I lost family members and stuff like that. And my old habitual thinking would have been, I said, just go on the piss. You got a good enough excuse. Don't worry about it. Just go on the piss. Nobody's going to blame you. But there was times where I thought, I could do with a drink. But then that thought would go straight away. But now, yeah, it doesn't enter my head at all. It's weird. It's really weird. It's like, I don't know. It's like my conscience has built a wall or something there. It just doesn't, it doesn't happen. It's great, don't get me wrong. It's brilliant. I just want to learn I want to understand it more, obviously. Yeah. Which will come in time.